Do you think Mark Zuckerberg runs Instagram and Facebook the way American patriot Elon Musk does X, where he serves in the best interest of the West and our freedoms? What if I told you he doesn't have the final say? In fact, there's a secret Soros-funded group which, guess what, loves open borders, has Hamas sympathizers and promoters.
Very, very different. And it is the enemy from within, and they're very dangerous. They're Marxists and communists and fascists.
Of transgender studies to your kids in their schools. They're actually helping make the decisions that shape your Facebook and Instagram feed and indoctrinate your children every single minute, hour, and day on their mobile devices. There's actually an oversight board deciding what you and your kids will see on Instagram and Facebook today. This group isn't American, in fact. It's 3/4 foreigners and 95% anti-Trump. In fact, they hate Trump. They're okay with men in your daughter's public bathrooms. And it includes members with ties to radical ideologies like the Muslim Brotherhood, which literally is designated as a terrorist organization in the United States, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. But who are they? Well, later in this video, we'll reveal several of them and their co-chair, who is a former European leader who once supported 1 million more migrants into here in Europe. What's next? More tragedies like Southport, England, where someone stabbed and murdered innocent European children in their classroom while they were just learning? And their power is far beyond what you could imagine in this video. You will see disclosed the truth that the mainstream media wants to hide from you. Don't stop looking or listening. In 2020, Meta created the Oversight Board. Think of them as the Supreme Court of social media. 21 people, handpicked to decide what posts stay and could get boosted, what gets removed, red flagged, or suppressed. And even American billionaire CEO Mark Zuckerberg can't overrule them or fire them. Yet he takes all the blame as his company is hijacked by an extreme woke cabal. The Oversight Board is woke to the max. So woke they'd probably cancel their own kid for not being a lesbian. These 21 members control what 4 billion people see every second, minute, and day. Meanwhile, I can't control the algorithm to stop flooding my feed with beautiful black women. I'm married, and I want to stay that way. But here's the kicker. The people behind these decisions, they're not who you think. Their political ties, their ideological bias. It's about to shock you. It's insanity on steroids. Let me show you what this means. In late 2024, the Oversight Board ruled on a phrase, from the river to the sea, which is a popular saying by the pro-Hamas college protesters who riot in the beautiful countries of England, Germany, Canada, France, and the American streets. Some of the same people who also make up the migrants, who also murder your innocent European daughters, then rape them in grooming gangs in Europe, all while having innocent German, British, French, and Dutch men pay for their housing and college. Some say it's a call for Palestinian freedom. Others call it violent and anti-Semitic. The board ruled not hate speech. In fact, it's Islamophobia to say the genocidal chant from the river to the sea is hate speech. The fallout was instant. Jewish organizations were outraged. They accused the boards of ignoring the phrase's violent history. They warned this decision would fuel hatred and bigotry for Jewish people. But who are making these calls? You're not ready for this. Meet 8 members of the Meta Oversight Board. Taukal Karman, a Nobel Peace Prize winner who called Israel's actions in Gaza ethnic cleansing. Her social media is filled with pro-Palestinian activism and packed with hate, not just for Israel, you could say the West. Helle Thorning-Schmidt, ex-Prime Minister of Denmark, who is co-chair, promoted 1 million migrants into Europe as an idea. She works with NGOs accused of glorifying violence against innocent Israelis. Nagat Dad, a Pakistani digital activist, accuses Meta of silencing Palestinian voices and side with groups like Students for Justice in Palestine and all their hate. She's shaping your social media policy Alan Rusberger, a former journalist, editor-in-chief, backed by The Guardian, who compared Israel's actions to 9/11, recently said Palestine is winning the TikTok media war. I guess he's helping Instagram do that too. Khalid Mansour praises Hezbollah, describes Palestinian terrorism as mere details and tactics, supports UN figures who are condemned for anti-Semitism. Yep, this man is seeing what your kids see online. Andy Bayouni pushes for Palestinian statehood and advocates for Indonesia to champion their cause at the UN. Aifa Asetunua Asari Kai leads George Soros' Open Society Foundation in Europe, criticized for promoting this pro-Palestinian narrative. Julie Anwa says Wikipedia is a trusted source on Israel despite its notorious woke bias and extreme left-wing editorial content. Even Meta's own leadership raises a bunch of red flags. Miranda Sessions was literally arrested in Israel for collaborating with terrorists. Nick Clegg, Meta's second-in-command, good old England, called for arms sales to Israel to be suspended. This isn't about one decision. This oversight board creates policies that influence Meta's algorithms. What posts you see, what gets silenced, who gets silenced, and what voices are amplified. This board answers to no one. Not governments, not Zuckerberg, not even a dude who accidentally likes his ex's post. Those guys are relentless. Look, they shape the online conversation. And yet this board answers to no one. Not governments, not Meta, not you. With this much political and ideological baggage, could we really trust them? You'd think the oversight board was, keep things neutral, even playing field. But with these resumes, it feels more like they're auditioning for the next season of who can be the most gay. That's a joke. There's nothing wrong with gay. Don't cancel me, oversight board. The oversight board's decisions ripple across the world with billions of people. Every conversation, every opinion, every movement, they hold the power. But who's holding them accountable? What do you think? Should an independent group have this much control over what billions of people you and your family see online in the West? Help us out if you find this video useful and immediately share it with 5 of your friends to come here and join the conversation on X. And make sure to give me a follow so you don't miss the next video.